Hey everybody, this is RockPaperMario and welcome to part 3 of Let's Play Luigi's Mansion. I told you I'd meet you in that darkened hallway earlier, but I'm actually decided to meet you in the foyer. Yes, the foyer, not the foyer, the foyer. Because I can't really believe how positive the feedback in only 2 days has been. Really, I can't believe it. It just goes to show how healthy the Let's Play phenomenon is on YouTube. Particularly from guys like, well, Sean of Nintendo, who's actually another Irish Let's Player. His name should flash up on the screen. And he's an interesting guy. Has Let's Plays of Majora's Mask and also a speed run of Metroid Fusion going on at the moment, which are worthy of watching. Also Nintendo Freakify, who has Let's Plays of games like Spyro and stuff up on, and they're quite interesting as well. So I was overwhelmed. This morning I got up and I checked my emails, and there were literally about 13 or 14 emails about subscribers' messages and stuff. So I just said I'd start off the video today by saying I really appreciated everyone who's watching. And without further ado, let's get started. So you'll notice that there are these mice like just toddling around up and down the place, and they'll only appear in hallways where it's dark. Because, as we'll find out, darkness is their cheese. So they'll keep respawning. There's no point in trying to suck them up. Now, some of these doors are actually fake, and this is what will happen if you try and open a fake one. Yeah, it was if you couldn't see that coming. Shades of the Fire Temple in Ocarina of Time there, I suppose. But really, the trick to knowing whether a door is fake or not is just to use the Hoover or vacuum cleaner. I'm going to call it Hoover, so I might as well start. So I know this door is real. If you use the Hoover, then it'll shake. If you use a Hoover on the... Well, get out of the way, mouse. Mousekowitz, Feifel going east there. If you use the Hoover on a fake door, then it's not going to shake. So that's how you know it's a fake door. There aren't that many of them in the game, actually, really. So if you check our map, then you'll know that this door that I'm standing in front of now is the only one that isn't locked. Well, you can't see that because his fat head is in the way, but it's the only one that isn't locked. You press Y to call up the map, by the way. So let's go in here and see what's in here. Now, if you'll see that you'll see that guy if you turn in complete boo fashion. You'll see that guy if you turn your back on him, and these books will fly at you as well. So if we use the Game Boy Horror and check his heart before that book comes and smacks us in the face, he says, "Ho ho ho, go ahead, try to find me. I can see you, but you cannot see me. Ho ho ho." And I somehow I knew that was going to happen. First of all, though, what we want to do is we want to avoid this, but we want to check this chair for one of these rich money bags ghosts, and get all his loot, really. And we get some treasure, a red jewel, which I've decided I am definitely going to show all of the locations for the rich money bags ghosts or whatever. But if I don't catch all of them, if I miss a few of them just because they get away or something, I'm not going to be that bothered. So, as I mentioned earlier, the trick to catching these portrait ghosts is that each of them has a special method to catch them. If you notice, you're not going to be able to surprise him. The only time you can surprise him, this ghost, is when he yawns because he lets his guard down. So if you watch him and wait for him to yawn, which is taking quite some time for some reason. Would you hurry up? Oh my god! Yawn already, you must be jaded. What the heck? Why isn't he yawning? He was yawning 10 times a second there earlier. He was yawning to beat the band, and now he just won't. Come on, maybe he'll start yawning now. Maybe once all the books are gone. I've never actually waited. Oh, catch him! And you can flash him with your light, and then you can try and catch him. Now, these portrait ghosts, what they'll actually do is they'll drop these orb things, and they're actually count as treasure, so they count towards your money as well. And if you actually, like I just did, if you get them down really low HP before catching them in one go, then they'll drop this, which is a big one, and that's worth a lot. Also, you might have seen like a crazy mushroom jumping around there as well. When you get them down to low health, that thing will come out usually, and that'll actually hurt you and break your concentration and break your stream on the ghost. So we got a blingin' key, bling bling. And now let's have a look at where this goes, and that goes to the room at the end of that hallway. And our next portrait ghost. Let's check these. There's a book called Darkness Is Their Cheese. What did I tell you? Will you read it? Yeah, of course. Ghost mice are drawn to darkness as real mice are drawn to cheese. Well, what do you know? In the dark they shine gold with contentment. I must try to get close to one before the lights come back on. From C. Parmesan. Oh, how ironic. What a pun for the ages. As far as I know, there's money in this bottle. Mostly. There wasn't. Of course, there wouldn't be. The one time I say, oh, there's money in the bottle, there's not going to be. Money in the book? Money in the book? Money in the book. Everyone keeps money in books, obviously. There's money in books. Well, not if you're... Well, no. Only if you're a good writer. Well, would you ever... Stupid dollar bills weren't getting sucked up into the vacuum cleaner. So that's pretty much all you can do in that room for now. So let's go on down and get our next portrait ghost. Here we go. Tries to open the door. He has the key. And of course, as usual, that scaredy cat Luigi is afraid to open the door. So let's go and catch our next ghost, which is Hedy Lamarr here, if you can see her. Quite fond of herself, isn't she? So yeah, there are a couple of other things in this room. Usually there's something in there, but there's always money in this if you spin it around. You just have to keep a sustained suction on the propeller. I hope it comes out in the dark now. Come on, money. Yeah, there we go. And a load of dollar bills will fly out. And as I just loved. I never get tired of seeing the way those dollar bills fly into the Hoover. It's just so realistic. Here's some more money. So yeah, just pick up money as you're going along. There's really no reason not to. So yeah, if we use your Game Boy Horror, which I love the Game Boy Horror personally, because it's if you look really closely, it's a transparent version of the Game Boy Color, and my Game Boy Color is actually the transparent purple one, so I always loved it. So if she says, isn't my hair just gorgeous? Well, I guess so. Of course, I do spend a lot of time on it. I was so bored cooped up in that painting. I bet you were. I would be too. Now I spend all my time in front of the mirror. It seems to scare people though, so everything is coming up roses. Mario. Well, I think, as far as I know, in one of those books back in the study, they'll tell you that she doesn't like the cold. And sure enough, if you open the window, she'll get cold, and that's your chance to catch her while she's off guard. So yeah, that's the method for catching her. As I said, every one of the portrait or gallery ghosts, and I really do not like being backed into a corner with her, because that stupid mushroom is going to... Yeah, see, that's what happens. That mushroom comes out and screws you over if you get back. If you manage to get... If they get you backed into a corner, then that mushroom will come out, and there's not really many... There aren't really many places to go, so... let's just get this up. But you always have a... You can always try again, so... It was a shame that I didn't manage to catch her, so... Let's go again. Only 30 HP left. Frick's sake. And here we go, and she's gone. And easy as that. These ghosts aren't hard to catch at all. This game, I don't think this is a hard game at all. Really, it's not the kind of game you find challenging, really, but that doesn't mean it's not fun. I love this game. It's a real hoot, really. So here we go, another bling-in key. And this will take us to that door, which is actually where the boss of this area is. Spoilers, huh? So yeah. What is this? A baby crying. The crying of a baby. Maybe you should have played the Requiem of Spirit to warp him to the desert. Here we go. Use the key to open the desert. Open the desert? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Use the key to open the desert. Well, let's use the key to open the door. Dessert will go down mighty fine at the moment, huh? Everyone likes dessert. Even if they don't eat it, they like it. So yeah, it's a baby. Surprise, surprise, in the nursery. And if he says horsey, rocky, horsey, as if that clue wasn't enough. Then they just have a mysterious encampment of coins around the rocking horse. Other than that, not much really in this room until later. There's actually one of those JP Moneybags ghosts in here, but you can't get it until later in the game. So without further ado, let's Rocky the horse. Well, no. And you'll notice that makes him cry. But actually, I don't want to go into fighting this boss until the next video, because it might take some time. I don't think it will, but I want to get the whole cutscene that follows it into one video as well. So if this video is short today, it should be about 8 or 9 minutes. I apologise, but well, maybe this is here. Yeah, usually before a boss there'll be a giant heart somewhere, so that's really handy to know. So yeah, next video we'll fight the boss and see the cutscene which follows. So thanks for watching, everybody. This was Rock Paper Mario and Let's Play Luigi's Mansion.